Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Prophet Dash, Davon Sapasi, Jim, Ruel. Shalom to the faithful men, continue doing the work of the Lord. I just want to make this very quick video, just a quick health tip. Because what Scripture says, the time is short. The Lord is going to make it, for the elect's sake, He's going to shorten the time. And you see, Jake busy, work, busy with all the little shit you gotta deal with. Sometimes it feels like you don't really got much time to do what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? So you know, this is a quick tip, because like for me, I used to train all year round, whether I fought or whether I didn't. I actually trained all year round, 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like now I don't do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. If I have another fight coming up, then I'll probably do 5 to 6 days. But hell no, I ain't doing that shit no more. Nobody got time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but now you can compact things and make it smaller but still get good work. You know, you don't got to do a whole crazy amount of shit. You know what I mean? You don't got to be in the gym for 2 hours. I mean, sometimes you might. Sometimes I might. You know what I mean? But I don't do that like that no more. You know, because I know recently, just real quick, when I was like training like that, you know what I'm saying? I remember my car broke down. I had a fight coming up. I remember I had to like get right off from work, then get on the bus. So first, I had to fucking Uber. That shit was stressful. I had to go Uber straight from Uber. Then sometimes I'll have like maybe a 20, 30 minute break, but I had to go. Sometimes not. I had to go straight to the bus. Take a 40-minute ride to the damn bus, to my damn gym, and then that shit was so fucking tiring, bro. I was tired as shit. And then once I was done with my fight, like 2 weeks later after my fight, I had caught stitches in my hand, falling on a nail in training. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, you know what I mean? And then I was still trying to train, and it kind of opened up a little bit. So I had to like really sit down for a minute. And then ever since then, and then I moved in with a brother, so I lived even further. So I couldn't. The bus was going to take like an hour plus. So I slowed down. Like I really slowed down. And then it was kind of hard to get back into it. You know what I'm saying? It took a little minute, bro. It really did. What the scripture says, when you do something and you leave off from it, it's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? Roughly perfect. I know it's in Proverbs because it's like now my body used to just chilling. Like I was still running and shit like that, but I wasn't really training. I was just really bored, doing some bullshit. To me, like running and doing push-ups, to me that's not really a day of workout. It technically is, but to me it's just I'm used to doing more. So I'm saying so. Anyways, so now I figured some shit out. You know what I'm saying? That I'm still kind of tweaking a little bit on tweaking certain things, but this can Lord willing help brothers too that's trying to get that work in, while doing your thing. But what I did is I'm not doing 6 days no more. What I'm doing is I try to go for 5, but sometimes at least 4 days a week. You know what I mean? Sometimes I do 2 days of Muay Thai and 2 days of lifting and calisthenics, stuff like that. So one workout you can do, I got this from Tom Holland, that nigga that plays Spider Man. I believe it's called Cindy. It's like a CrossFit little workout. You can go, it's like a little park, get a pull up bar. He did 20 minutes. I'm new to it, so I do like 10 to 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I put a 15-minute timer on, and really, I don't do a timer no more. I'm just gonna do 10 sets for now until I get better. And it's a good ass workout, bro. You can do 10 sets of it or 20 minutes of it. Just do as many as you can. But it's 5 pull-ups, uh, 10 push-ups, 10 um, squats. He did 15 squat jumps. You could do that, but I do 10 squats. And you just keep doing that as much as you can within that time. So I'm saying that workout is good as hell, bro. Because it's like, it'll get you sweating good. And two, just to throw it in there, you can do a 7 minute jump rope. They said a 7 to 10 minute jump rope really equals to a 20 minute to 30 minute run. So I'm saying, because that takes a lot of time too. I used to run a lot. I'm gonna try to get back to my running, but if you press for time, you can just do a 7 minute or 10 minute jump rope. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and then do that workout. If you know what I mean. But you're already doing cardio. Really, you're gonna be sweating like a motherfucker. Trust me. It's a good workout. Um. Oh yeah, I want to read this real quick. First Timothy 4:8. But for bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and that which is to come. Right. So just that's why I'm speaking about this, because bodily exercise do profit. We do need to work out. You know what I'm saying? At least one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? But you can do that. That's doesn't really take that much time. Um, and not that much of equipment. If you can't do pull ups right now, you can switch. You can do dips. You can get a chair, do a dip, do some dips, or substitute with something else. And there's another workout I learned from the brother in Dayton. You know what I'm saying? We all did it. That workout was crazy. You can do like a little barbell or dumbbell, uh, and you can just do bicep curls. You can do it with a partner or by yourself. You can start with 10, and then you go, or no, you start with two, and then you keep then two. You give it to the partner. He do two, then you go back and you go three, and then three all the way up to 10. Then you do another 10. Then you go down, and then once you go down to two, then you go do 10 again. And I believe it equals to like 150 or some shit like that altogether. You know what I'm saying? And there's another thing I learned too years ago. I forgot about it. It's a thing where you can do 35 push-ups. I think they do that shit in prison. You do 35 and you go all the way down or up, vice versa, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But just this little shit that you can just hurry up and do some shit, and it can be quick. Uh, and another thing too, what I'm doing, because to me personally, bro, I've been training for a long time, for years. Like I said, for 6 days a week, all fucking year round. I'm tired. Personally, I'm fucking tired of training. Like I love train. I love absolutely love training. It's weird. It's like a love and hate situation, but it's discipline. I love training. I need training. I can't just sit around. That's just not me. I can't. I'm a person. I gotta move. Even in the house, I can't be in the house for too long. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I know I'm tired. I've been training for a long time, so I'm fucking tired. So, another thing I've been doing is you could do 3 weeks of training, of regular training. Be consistent. Have set a goal. I'm gonna train. Some brothers might do 3 days. Some brothers might do four. Some brothers do five, whatever. But you know what I mean. If you new, you can at least do two. You know what I'm saying? But set a goal. Okay, I'm gonna train for this many times, Lord willing, a week, and then you do that for 3 weeks straight. And then the fourth week, you rest. And if you want to train yourself, like if you want to do maybe a couple push-ups here and there or whatever, something very, very light, then you can do it. But if not, if you want to just completely rest and do that, and that's good because that gives your body time to heal. Because if you go into Dragon Ball, Master Roshi, he said that train well, um, study and rest plenty. You know what I'm saying? Because rest is really as much as important as training, maybe even more important. You can't just constantly work out your body. Your body gotta have rest so it can heal itself and build itself back up. You know what I'm saying? So, rest is very important. So that's another tip that brothers can do. You can do it like how I do it, 3 weeks straight, and then the fourth week just rest. Or you can 2 weeks and then 1 week rest and then 2 weeks, however the fuck you want to do it. But that's a good one, so you won't be overdoing yourself. And then that last week is good to reward yourself, because like me, I like to work first. I like to do my work out, do the work, go to work. I like to do all that. Then at the end of the day, sit, chill, and rest, kick my feet up, watch TV, drink a beer or some shit, get nice. You know what I'm saying? But I like to do work first. So me personally, I like to do the 3 weeks. It's training. Then the fourth week, you can reward yourself by going out to eat, go to a nice little restaurant, go get a massage. So I'm saying, you know, whatever. Go somewhere, go do something. You know, something to just to reward yourself. You know. So that's just my quick tip. For brothers that want to work out but don't have much time. That's something that you can do. You know, you can look up these little different workouts or little circuits, and I think they call it hits too, where you can just, they got videos on 3 minute video of push up workout where you doing like hella push ups and within 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, real quick, one last thing before I close out, I'm just gonna show Jake. Um, this is my little exercise. What's it call it? Playlist. See, is Bully Juice. He pretty cool with the body weight exercise, 5 minute chest workout. This little boxing thing right here. You do some dumbbells. It's like 3 minutes each. You do it 2 times. It gets your shoulders good. This one right here, the 22 minute. I usually just skip to the end, and it's like this little leg workout. Good as hell. This 3 minute workout. So I'm saying, upper, lower, mid to the abs, core workout. You know what I'm saying? And I counted. One time I counted. I think one of these, the leg workout or whatever, one of these, and it equals like 100 push-ups. So I'm saying, or maybe it was the first one. I counted how many we did within 5 minutes or 3 minutes, and it equaled 100 push-ups. And I think I did the same thing with legs, but it's you get 100 squats. It's like you doing different kind of squats within 3 minutes. So you can get 100 instead of just taking your time going to the. You know what I mean? You can do all that. It's this one right here. This right here, Rip Right HD. This is a really good core workout. It's quick as fuck. It's not even. I don't even know how many minutes. I don't even think it's 3 minutes. It's quick as hell. You can do it, and it's 100 sit-ups. Quick. Like, that's the quickest 100 sit-ups I ever fucking did. That's a good one. So, and in a circuit, that's a good one because you're working out all your body and you're doing cardio. So again, like I said, just a quick little tip for brothers that trying to get that work and trying to make it quick. Sometimes you gotta do that. You know what I mean? So, Lord willing, with that, hopefully that's edifying. We give our praises and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah B'Shem Dash. That bonds to the apostles of GMS of Ruel. And shalom to the faithful men who continue doing the work of the Lord. So that say shalom.